If you want to see me create another look using the Lancome Face and Eye palette, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène and welcome back, or if it's your first time, welcome to HMM Makeup or Makeup. I'm going to play with this little guy again. And when I introduced it in my unboxing of the Lancôme Blockbuster Set for 2021, I'll put the video right there, I ended up thinking this was a face palette and I used it as face and eye, thinking I was such a rebel. And somebody said, I'll put the name on the screen if I can find it. Somebody said, well, no, it's actually a face and eye palette. But it says Starlight Face Palette on the back. It does not say face and eye, but on the website for Lancôme, it's advertised, at least the last time I checked, advertised for face and eye, and I think that there are 3 eye looks shown. So I went and discovered that after the comment on a previous Lancôme video, basically that first impressions of using eye and face. So that's a little bit irritating. It feels like the eye part was an afterthought and it wasn't really meant to be. And to me, if it were really eye and face at the beginning, it would have said so on the back. So I'm a little annoyed because to me I don't like things to be an afterthought when it comes to products because it just kind of creeps me out. Maybe I'm alone in this, but tell me what you think in the comments. Is it weird that it says face palette, but now Lancome is saying face and eye, no problem? Obviously I used it on my eyes. I don't have a problem with it, but I think that it was just bad practice, is what I'll say. Okay, now we're going to do a look. I am going to use this palette. Last time I used the bronzer. I used these 3, I think. I didn't use this one. This is the one I want to concentrate on today, but I will use the other ones. First thing I'm going to do is bronze my face because I'm looking very, very light. I put a little bit of taupe eyeshadow before coming on camera. But as far as the rest of the face, I have a little bit of highlighter, I think you can see, but I don't have very much else on. So let's do some bronzer first, and then we'll get to the eyes for sure. Eyes and cheeks, but eyes are my primary focus with this palette today. Okay, I'm going to use this bronzing brush, which is a set I got from Quo. I can't remember if it was last Christmas or 2 Christmases ago, but I really like it. Going into the bronzer. And it's a bronzer that has some, oh, I had a fluff on the brush. Okay, so I have some bronzer on. It's a bronzer that has some illumination to it. It's micro shimmer. I don't know if it's just for blending or if it really shows up all that much on the skin. I have some, like I said, some highlighter and something on my nose. I have some highlighter on my cheek already, so it makes it harder to tell what's from the bronzer and what's from the existing highlighter. Is this fluff day today? My gosh. Just feels like there's fluff everywhere. I want to intensify the bronzer on each side, so I'm just going to go a second time. Okay, other side. You can tell I don't have huge faith on the pigmentation of a bronzer when I start up high as opposed to down low to bring it up. Yeah, the pigmentation is not huge on this one. It's what something Goddess. It doesn't have the. That's annoying. I don't have the names on the back at all for the colors. No, Bronze Goddess is Estée Lauder, I think. Can't keep track of it all. Okay, I think that looks pretty. It's not too much. And I want to go and put this color on as blush I am going to use the double-ended Lancome brush for this purpose. Actually, I might as well use it for eyes and cheeks. It's not the best brush. I just tapped off my brush. It's not the best brush, but it is reasonable. As a travel companion for makeup application, I think it does a good job. It's really nice to have a two-in-one. Okay, am I somewhat even? I have more on this side. So it's just, all I'm doing is picking up the kick up. Now, oh boy. You know what? It distributes really well. I'll give it that much. It's a pretty color, distributes well. I'm not upset by it whatsoever. I think it did a good job. I am going to go back into that same color and build out the shadow in the crease and to the outer lid. I'm hoping it's got enough pigment that I don't need to use a chocolate brown to deepen the outer lid, but I'm giving it a 50-50 chance. I'm not convinced it's going to be able to pull it off. Well, it looks pretty. It's very loosely packed. It does not feel like an eyeshadow really, because it's loose. I don't know, it just feels like it's loose to pick up on this side of the brush somehow and not really for the eye. That's just my impression. Okay, a little bit more. Like I said, I'm trying to get the intensity of color without having to resort to anything else. That's not half bad. That looks pretty good. I am inclined, let's see how, yeah. I am inclined to go with this color a little bit. Had I known I wanted to do that, I would have done this color first and this second, but I'm going to just go over here before I get to the brow bone and just add that kind of peach color, because I think that, oh, I've got some flecks everywhere. Second guessing myself now. Let me just think on it for a second. I'm going to use whatever's left on the brush and just go to the inner brow. I do that regularly with what's left on the brush. I just like the effect of it. I'm going to go a little higher with the existing brush and see if I still want to do what I was planning. I'm stalling. Okay, and I'm going to use the same brush and just bring it down here as well. To make less of a mess, whichever side of the brush I pick up product when I'm doing the lower lid, I just flip the brush up so that the shadow is on the top of the brush, not on the bottom, just so that I have less falling onto a lower part of the lower lid, and I find it works really well. Okay, I'm liking this kind of one and done. Got a spot here that has no eyeshadow. Okay. I think I've answered my own question in that I have gone up high with the pink, and I think it looks good. So I think I'm going to just flip the brush over and go into this highlighter. I'm a little worried that it's going to be too harsh as a highlighter accompaniment to that kind of a berry pink, but we will see. Yeah, it's pretty harsh. I'm going to put a different highlighter on, layered on top, because this is just, it's just too goldy peach to go with this. I tried though. I'm going to go into the Lisoitier holiday collection. If you want to see a video on that unboxing, I will put it right there for you. I think I have an unboxing and a first impressions that I can offer. And I'm going to go into this shadow right here. I hope you can see. It's kind of a cream color, and just see if I can get enough of a white offset to soften up what I've got there right now. Yeah, that gold is really overpowering. I'll have to repeat the quote-unquote snafu on the other side. I think that worked out okay. A little bit more. Okay. Now, as much as I did not like the effect on the brow bone, I will like that same effect on the inner to center lid. So I'm going to use my multitasker brush and go in to this one again and really try to accentuate the inner lid. And given it's the only shiny shade in the palette, that is pretty much the one that I would use every time. Okay, using my finger now, going into the shadow directly. Oh, that's pretty. Because I'm not deepening up the outer lid, I'm going to do the whole lid with that topper. I'm calling it a topper anyway. And a little bit too much. So I'm going to take my brush again, get the highlighter off, and go back into the pink and just go over where I went too far with the shimmer. I like that effect, a little bit of pink going up. Okay, so I went a little too far, corrected it. Okay, now I'm just going to finish this eye completely and then go off camera and finish that side. So let's take a moment to take care of liner and mascara. I think that's all that I need to do on that side. I kind of feel like bringing that nice highlighter to just the inner lower lid as well. So I'm going to use my multitasker brush again and just extend that polish just a little bit. It looks funny before there's liner, but the liner really makes it look good in the end. Yeah, I like that change. It's funny. It's harsh on top, but it has a softening effect on the inner lid. Inner lower lid and inner lid. Go figure. Okay. I am going to move to liner and mascara on this eye, and yeah, that's what I'm doing. This is the morning of second guessing myself. It's hilarious. Yeah, do you have those days where just everything you think, am I really going to do that? Am I really going to do that? It happens. Okay, for liner, I'm going to use the Pretty Black liner. I think that's what it's called. Little Black liner. And it's not little. I keep saying that every time. But regardless, I do like it. There are two sides. There is the larger side, come on, focus, larger side that also has a thin option, and then the one that we are usually more familiar with is this type of an end, and both sides are felt tip. I'm going to go with the larger side to do a wing. And I'll clean it up with the small side. Just a bit of a flick and finish up the rest of it. Wow, it's dispensing a lot of product. It just always does. But for some reason it surprises me every time, even though I've used it over a dozen times at this point. I think it's because I used the Essence liner a couple of times in videos, and now I've gone back to this one and I'm going, whoa, because the Essence liner allows me to press harder. But I think that it turned out okay anyway. Now I'm going to use the Lancôme Duo, which is the Cils Booster as a primer, Cils Booster XL, and then use the Definicils to finish up the look. And I do like that the Cils Booster is white, so you can really see where you've applied it. Okay, so that is it. I do one coat of Cils Booster. I don't find that there's a need to do a couple of coats. I'm just letting it dry for a sec. And then Definicils is not my preference. From Lancome, I really like the Monsieur Big. It is a very good mascara. This just happens to be the one that I received in the holiday kit that also includes this, this face palette. So I wanted to use the products that are in that holiday kit. Here we go, going right in, and I'm going to actually use this compact to help me with the mascara application because I have a mirror just under the camera, but I just find I end up ducking and you can't really see me. I have to learn not to use that mirror underneath because every time I'm editing I'm going, I'm losing you, I'm losing you. Okay, nice. I would like to do a second coat. While I'm waiting for the first coat to dry, let me tell you a little bit about the lipstick I'm wearing. I was rather brazen and chose to put a lipstick before knowing what the the look was going to be, and it's called Backfire. I'm just going back, if you've watched a couple of videos, I'm going back and playing with old favorites and really enjoying myself. And so there is Backfire, and I think it works. No, I think it works. Let me know what you think. All right, going in for a second coat. Normally getting the other eye done would be enough of a wait, but I'm only doing one eye, so it's good chit chat. Okay. Yeah? I like it. I like it. Okay. I am going to replicate what I just did on this side with the overlaps and goof ups so that they look the same. And I will be right back for the final look. Hang tight. Okay, I am back. As you can tell, I have finished the look on both sides. I think it turned out relatively well. And I only want to change one thing. When I put on Backfire, I was more so thinking that it was going to be a pinker look than it is. And so it doesn't really, it's not cool enough of a look up top for a cool lipstick like this. So I am actually going to take this off and put on a brand new mini that I have. I do have the liquid lipstick version, but I want something more comfortable today because it's winter, my lips are dry. This is a mini Backtalk, and I'm quite sure, having done the swatches, this is what it looks like. It is going to look better than this lipstick. So let me just make that quick change on camera, and then we will see the final look. So I'm just going to get rid of this. And I do appreciate that the lipstick that is not the liquid lipstick is easy to take off. Despite that, though, it doesn't really travel. I really like Vice lipsticks from Urban Decay. I do. I've talked about them recently quite a bit. And I've just been wearing them a whole lot more lately, and I'm really appreciating the formula. So here we go, brand new. Brand new, but I finished a whole bullet of, full-size bullet of I'm second guessing, Backtalk. I think Backfire, Backtalk. I was scared of saying the wrong thing. It's pink, but it's not too pink. There we go. Okay, I'm happier with this look. Let me know what you think. I'm okay with the look that came out of this. I think I did a decent job. I did have to go and find a brow bone in the Lise Watier Compact. I really think that they were planning on doing an eyeshadow, and they scrapped the eyeshadow and they called this a face and eye palette. This to me makes no sense. I'm declaring it. I think that they pulled the eyeshadow when they realized that there was this global situation and that people may not have the appetite for bigger holiday sets. I think it's disingenuous to try to mislead, and I really feel, I have no proof, but this is just weird. They always do eyeshadow. Like, this is very weird for the Blockbuster set. I really don't buy the whole this is a face and eye palette. I just don't. If it had been, it would have shown on the box as such, and it didn't. I think it's a marketing spin, having worked years in marketing. But do I like the look today? Yes. Do I think it is a workable palette for eyes and face? It can give you a partial look for eyes, unless you're going extremely demure and you don't want a whole lot of color, then great. If you're the 5-minute, my face but better, you know, enhancing my features kind of a thing, sure. I think that a lot of folks looking for a face and eye palette would consider this a disaster. I mean, it just doesn't. The powders themselves are fine. The quality of the products, it's fine. But it's not enough, Lancome. You have really not done enough, in my opinion, this year. Again, I understand the mitigating factors, but other brands pulled through, and you're the only one who kind of did this. So, as an eyeshadow junkie, this is not quenching my thirst for what I expected in a holiday Blockbuster kit. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. Even though I like a lot of the products that were in the kit, this leaves me wanting and wanting and wanting some more. Anyway, let me know what you think of this look, despite the paltry amount of product options. And yeah, I look forward to hearing what you think, as always. And I do hope you found this look interesting to watch. If you have some other requests, though there isn't much to choose from, let me know. Maybe just these two. I don't think I've done that yet. Anyway, and with that, I will say, once again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.